Hello and welcome to Top Sim. My name is William Lebowski, and today we are at the Nordschleife and Automobilista 2. Yes, don't worry, we will be jumping back to the live commentary just as we approach the Nordschleife. The rest of the video is live, but I just wanted to give this quick intro to mention that I jumped in AMS 2 specifically because I've been hearing a lot about the physics and about how specifically the rear end behaves like the rear end of an actual race car now, or how it might consistently behave in other sims. And so that was a huge plus to me. It didn't have this glass fishtail sliding around kind of feeling on the rear that AMS2 has kind of been known for having as since its inception. Some bugs with the Madness engine definitely needed to be worked out, and it looks like they've kind of solved a lot of those kinks, which is really awesome and exciting, especially going into the big update that they have coming soon with the IndyCar and whatnot. They're just really hyping it up for that, and I think the physics in the cars are actually at a certain point where it's not going to be somewhat of a disappointment, because a lot of times with AMS2 updates it could be one step or three steps forward and maybe one or two steps backwards in some aspects or things that were left unaddressed. But anyway, that is not the experience that I'm here to report today. I had a really great time making this video, recording this video, and I had a really great experience with the rear end. I think we talk about it a little bit more specifically, but if you can just make sure your car is between 100 and 110 Newton meters on the rear diff, and you're going to be set up to have a great time. But anyway, let's jump back into the race, to the live action, and have a good time on the Nordschleife. We'll see you guys in the next one. All right, on to the Nordschleife we go through Sabine Schmidt's curve on this autumn day. This is probably my favorite thing about AMS2 is being able to set any kind of day or time or weather or any kind of situation that you want. You can go back and recreate historical races using the exact day and time and weather, and that's, I think, a very underlooked, underhyped aspect of AMS2, because not even just in sim racing, but in anything in life, name something where you can go take part in an event from any point in time in history, matching it to the day. I mean, you can get somewhat close, if you want to recreate the Super Bowl in Madden and whatnot, but I don't think you can get to the point of actually reusing and recreating the weather from the system itself, instead of just setting the weather conditions that match, for the most part, what that day is. So that's an incredible, experience that you just can't get doing anything else. So that's, all adds to the immersion that is AMS2. And speaking of immersion, I know this really is more of a actual physics thing than just immersion, but the rear ends are way more true to life than they have ever been. They're not flying out at you for no reason randomly on ice, and that is something to applaud, because that has been AMS2's biggest downfall for a very long time. And for a decent period of time, up until recently, there was a period where you could set up the car and mitigate those effects, leftover bugs from the Madness engine, but you could not achieve it with the stock setups. So you kind of had to know what you're doing in both a setup sense and a little bit in a AMS2 meta sense to know, how to counteract the problems that are just specific. Ooh, did not mean to take that guy out. That are specific to those weaknesses in the Madness engine. But so for a while, that just wasn't available to everybody unless you kind of knew what you were doing. And then it got to the point. Ooh, sliding through there. And then it got to the point where it only was a few changes to the setup. They could easily be copied, mostly with the diff, and then up until very recently with only the diff. And now when I go and I check the stock setups, the diff is already preset with the diff between 1 and 110, and it keeps the car in check. So AMS2 has finally gotten to this point where the cars aren't behaving uniquely as opposed to uniformly to other sims and, you know, the real life cars. Obviously, I have no experience driving those around. Never been in a 911 GTE RSR, but anyway. Oh, that guy getting the curb in front of me. I thought that was going to be way of a bigger. Okay, okay. Heading into the carousel, getting some pretty heavy blocks. Surprised I did not lock it up there. I thought we were going to run into the rear of this BMW. Let's see, can we beat him into the... No, we cannot beat him into the carousel. Last time I went through the carousel, some AI really tried hard to snake my spot. And I just seemed like such an evil thing to do, to take someone's spot in the carousel. What other option do they have at that point? Alright, let's see. I'm kind of surprised to see my tires are so cold still. Whoa, too much curb, too much curb. Okay, I thought we were going to... It's not over. Uh-oh. Okay, I thought we were going to be into the guardrail there. But, yeah, surprised my tires aren't warmer for being 6 minutes into the Nordschleife. Alright, these next few corners can catch you out, especially if you're using any curb because of the elevation changes and the different crests and off-camber aspects to some parts of them. Let's see, holding on just fine. Got to stay away from the curbs, though. They will change everything. Just a few more corners and we're at the second carousel. I do love hearing the the RSR scream in high gear at high revs. Easily one of my favorite sounds in sim racing. Alright, we lost a little bit of daylight there on the driver in front, but it's better than losing better than losing the car and ending your race. Through the second carousel, and we are heading down, entering the straight. Whew. Looks like we got sunset still with the beautiful golden sky. It's going to get nice and cloudy and foggy as we continue into the race. Let's see what kind of speed we can top out at. See if we can pull this draft all the way up to the bumper by the end of the straight. That would be really nice. We are coming in. Let's get our lights on, because surely it'll be dark by the end of the next lap. There we go. For a second, I thought they were going to stay on the inside. Oh, boy. Oh, we ended up losing the position in the end. Well, at least we're still here in the fight. We're still able to make a play. We could probably have this position before the Nordschleife. Gotta forget we're using the 24-hour layout. I always forget turn 1 is different. Alright, still holding strong. You know what? I think we should do a lap. This sunset lap into darkness. HUD free. So let's just enjoy the full cockpit experience as we transition into nighttime Nordschleife. Alright, there we go. Pass is made as we head into the Schumacher S's. See if we can catch up to this next BMW. Looks like we're getting up to that rear pretty quickly. Uh-oh, uh-oh. And just as I say that, we blow a corner. But it looks like we will be running down the hill into the Nordschleife pretty close together, as it seems like we're drawing ourselves in closer and closer. right on them now. Oh. Did not expect them to hit the brakes so early. We'll have to wait till next lap to see what kind of damage that has caused. But so far, car feels fine. The cool thing about heading down into the Nordschleife from right at the start is it really is it adds so much fanfare, so much pomp and circumstance. It does feel like you're entering some sort of coliseum, some sort of place of battle when you trudge down into the Nordschleife, twisting through all of the corners at the entrance. So it's such a added cool bit of this track. I mean, there's just so much about this track that's awesome and unique, but just this march down into it right from the beginning lets you know just how serious it really is. All right. As we head down one of the faster sections of the track, not the fastest yet. We're still behind our BMW friend here. I don't know why they brake at the apex of that corner. If anything, brake before it, but you can take it flat out, so coast it? I don't know. It just seems like that might not be an appropriate response through the corner. Speed and power. Now, it looks like we're not going to be using our speed or power through this section. This is my trickiest section of track on the Nordschleife for me. It's where most of my mistakes are. But now that we're moving forward, I think that area might be transitioning for me right before the second carousel. In between the first and second carousel, things can get a little hairy for me. All right, we got to get around this BMW. We can stay off of these curbs. It looks like we're almost, I don't know, I just saw a little bit of the sky. I was going to say it looks like we're almost fully nighttime now, but looking up at the sky, there's definitely still some daytime left in the skies. Oh, it's cool seeing other cars' lights as they are ahead of us and go through different parts of the track. We can see them now where they're lighting up the darkness. That's just such a cool bit. A little bit of a tap. A little bit of a love bump. Just letting them know I'm there. Uh-oh. All right, let's try to power out of this corner, get in front of them. I'm tired of seeing the rear end of this BMW. Ooh, I had to back out of that one. There was no way that was going to work. I probably shouldn't have even attempted it, just save the momentum for an opportunity that was better. But there was a brief window in time where that looked like a good move, and Lizard Brain went and went for it. I tried to go as late on that brake as I could, but we hit the brakes at the exact same point. Looks like we got some cars coming in from behind to play. Let's try to keep them at a distance. Slow getting out of the carousel. We tried to capitalize on it, but we have to avoid a bit of contact. The outside was just not going to be the faster way through that corner. This is the section of track I'm kind of referring to by I'm easily getting caught out more frequently. My temptation is to push harder, try to go for a pass at one of these corners, but I know that's how I got here to this point of this part of track being the part that catches me out the most. Ooh, a little bit of contact. Just letting them know I'm here again. Switch back on them. There it is. And we're through. And we're through. No HUD in the darkness. Ooh, that little bit of a hiccup made me real nervous. Accidentally riding on the curb there. I'm not seeing any headlights of the cars in front. Wow. If I really slow down that much, you just absolutely went right through. Alright, let's see what we can see when we get to the straight. I want to see how far away those guys are in front of me. And let's hold our pass off until we get to the beginning of the straight. Let's not get caught out in any of this penultimate corner. Let's make sure to use some of the drafts so that we're not immediately just drafted back upon. I mean, we don't slingshot ourselves to slingshot themselves onto us at the exit of this straightaway. So, and it looks like we're not in any danger of that happening. All right, here we go. Here we go. Side by side, we're going through as the fog is entering. Oh, very foggy. It's very foggy. Oh. Oh, no. All right. Fog really kind of messed up our braking zones. Let's see what kind of damage we've done. Not as much damage to the front end as you might have imagined, only up to 9 points, and I think we started lap 2 with a couple. Suspension is just fine. Ooh, wow. Tires have actually dropped down to pretty much being cold. I wonder if it's the tire or the temperature drop with the fog that hath done it. Let's see if we can get some heat back into them. Maybe we were going a little bit too gingerly back there. We got some positions to make up now at this point. That was a big mistake. Glad it didn't cost us more as we lock up heading into this corner. A little bit of play on the exit, most certainly due to our cold tires. Interesting to see how much wear we've already put on them. Just a couple laps as we're heading in. Ooh. I was about to say, we're about to rear-end that guy, heading into the rear of this BMW. No, but as we're about to head into the Nordschleife for the final time this race, in full darkness, it looks like the fog is rolling in. I wonder if it'll... I did put heavy fog as the option, so I wonder if it's going to get any more foggy than this, how much more it'll limit... Ooh. The high-speed braking markers that I use, because at the high speeds they are much further away, and so sometimes they can sneak up on you like they did at the final section of the track. We're gonna have to be much more observant coming through this time around. Always stuck behind a BMW, eh? Alright. Oh, don't slow down that much, buddy. Come on. Let's see what we can do here before we pop up over that hill. It looks like we're not going to be doing much of anything. Huh. Alright, let's see what now we can do before that left-hander. I wonder if we can get close enough to really take advantage of that slingshot and get around. Although the BMW behind us is certainly about to do that. Feeling pretty close to the limit, but I'm sure I could be squeezing more out. I just can't tell I just keep thinking about these cold tires over and over again. Maybe I shouldn't have turned the HUD back on. But it was fun to do that completely HUD-free lap. All right, if we set this next couple of corners up, we could be looking at 10th place. Let's at least get a top 10 here. Thought I was going to plow into the end of that BMW again. I don't know that I fully feel confident in my brakes yet. Seems like sometimes I'm a little too soft, sometimes I'm a little too hard with them. And I think that's probably just a time in game issue. Here's an opportunity. There it is. Glad we can make the outside work there, because I knew that we had an advantage on the AI going into that corner. They seem to slow down much more than I do. All right. Too much curb, too much curb. Really bounced us outside way more than we had anticipated. How far? I wonder how far we off are that on that car in front of us. Well, we're getting closer. We're reeling them in. Let's try to at least get 9th place. We got to move up one more position on this lap to do that. That would be that green and white Porsche in front of us. All right, that's our goal for the rest of this lap. Man, I'm just really loving the weather. It's seeing this heavy fog at night on the Nordschleife, so cool. Let's see, use the top end of that power. Ooh, looks like the Hun is catching up on us. Made up a little bit. Oh, this is not a Porsche. This is another BMW. That is a cool looking livery, though. Ooh, got swept out of the carousel. Oh, you bastard. Gotta play it safe, but I also have to take a risk at some point since I want to get around him. Where can I get the advantage? Where can I find that little bit of space that I need? Maybe we can bring that battle all the way up to that red, white, and blue BMW that I was stuck behind for so long last lap, and I can, yes, push you off track a little bit. Not my intention. All right, so maybe now we can get this BMW on the straight if we can get close enough to suck up any bit of its draft. It's getting further from us. Oh no. I don't like this. Beamer, come back. No. How are they so much faster than me through there? Two of them got by me. See that area right before the carousel that I was saying? I'm not so great. All right, we got to get 2 positions here. Slingshot engaged. So this guy in front of me is going to get his slingshot, and we're going to piggyback ourselves off of that slingshot. Uh-oh. Why isn't it working? It's not working. Are we too far back? Did I wait too late? All right, we got one of them. He hit me. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That was my most unsafe rejoin. We lost our rear wing. But that dude hit me. Are you kidding me? I can't believe that AI played me so dirty. I want to take another look at that. I definitely have to see that again. All right, so here we are at the end of the straight, soaking up the draft. Make the move to the inside. We have it. Although his right, I bumped him off track, at which point he hit me. Okay, I see what happened there. And I pushed this Corvette out of the way. Okay, I see what happened. All right. Okay. Disappointing way to end it, but sometimes at least you're just lucky enough to cross the finish line, especially at the Nordschleife. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. We'll see you in the next one.